everybody, it's David at Camp Raybird, and I'm here to teach you how to make a friendship bracelet. Alright, so the first thing I want to point out is that I have 4 pieces of string, 2 of one color and 2 of another color, and all 4 pieces are about 3 feet long. I want to fold these in half and make a loop at the end. So basically I'm tying a knot at the end, leaving a little loop at the end, like this. Next, I want to point out that I've got this. This is a loom. It's made out of cardboard. You can make one really out of anything. It has 4 slots on the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, about a 1/2 inch apart and about a 1/2 inch deep. And another 4 slots on the bottom, and then another slot on the side. Sometimes you might have a slot on both sides, but you really just need one on one side. So the way we're going to set this up is I'm going to take the knot that I just made, I'm going to push it through the middle hole. The middle hole just needs to be big enough for the knot to fit through in a snug way. Next, I'm going to take my strings, and now I have what is like 8 strings, and I'm going to put the light green color on top in between the slots. And right now we're just getting it set up. And I'm going to put the dark blue color on the bottom, 1 in each slot. Alright. Now, it's helpful to actually mark the top right, because we're always going to start at the top right. So I'm just going to put a little star there to remind myself that's what that is. The first step is to take the top right string and move it into the side. And then I'm going to take this string and move it up. And I'm going to take the next string over, move it down. Next string over, move it up. Move that one down. And move this one up, and move this one down, and the last blue string is going to go up to the top. So basically I've taken all the strings on the top, moved them down, taken all the bottom strings and moved them to the top. Last thing I'm going to do is take the string that was on the side that I started with and finish the bottom set, just like that. The strings are really long right now, so you're going to notice that I'm kind of like combing them through with my hands as I move strings, and that just keeps things from being tangled as you go. Also on the back, I have my finger kind of holding this off to the side, so whether you put your finger through the loop or you just press it down, it's just helpful to push that to the side and keep some tension on the back of it as you go. So you're going to repeat that process, moving the top right string to the side, bottom string up, top string down, bottom string up, top string down, bottom string up, top string down, and then finish again by taking the side string and moving it to the bottom. And this whole process might take you maybe about an hour, depending on how fast you get. But it's not a fast process making a friendship bracelet. And I think that's maybe one of the reasons why they call them friendship bracelets, because to make good friendships, it takes time and it takes patience. And when you're making a bracelet like this, it takes some time and it takes some patience. So it's kind of a nice thing to be able to do on a summer day, or on a day when you're kind of bored or you don't have much going on, and it's kind of a peaceful thing to do. And it's also fun to do with other people. You can all get your strings together and make them, and maybe trade colors. Also, if you're curious, the type of string that I'm using is called embroidery floss. So if you go to a hobby store or if you look online, you can search for embroidery floss. It's not very expensive, and they usually come in packs with a lot of different colors. So if you ever wanted to stop, if you get tired, I haven't made very much progress on this string, but if you ever want to stop, it's always good to get it set back to where you have 4 strings across the top and 4 strings across the bottom. I just moved this one over from the side to complete the bottom, and I can kind of let that off to the side. And then if I ever wanted to pick that back up again to restart, I just need to remember that that star means that I grab this string first and put it in the side, and then I can continue on my way. Earlier today, I made a friendship bracelet, and like I said, it took me about an hour. And so instead of taking time to complete this one, I'm actually going to show you the finished product of my other one and what to do at the end once you have a length that you're happy with. So here's the one I was working on earlier. It's at a length. As I was getting close to the end, I kind of tested it by laying it down and wrapping it around my wrist to see about how long it was and if that was going to work. Sometimes people make anklets out of these, which is pretty cool. It might need to be a little bit longer in that case. But at this point, I'm pretty satisfied with the length. I just finished. Let me go backwards one step. I just finished by taking this string over to the bottom. And the next thing I'm going to do, I'm done with this, is really I'm just going to tie a knot at the end. So I'm going to take all these strings out. I'm going to take all these strings out. And I can pull the rest of that through. And I'm going to tie a knot with each color. So this way, the braid at the end doesn't get loose, because if you don't tie a knot there, eventually the braid's just going to fall out. Now at this point, it might actually be helpful to have a friend help me with this or ask for somebody's help, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this around and I'm going to need to tie this together. So this is kind of tricky, but pulling all these strings through the original loop, and then I'm going like this, and basically I just need somebody to help me tie a knot so that it stays closed. After you tie the knot and have it around your wrist, you actually want to take a pair of scissors and just cut off the extra so that it's not just like dangling. So that's it. That's how to make a friendship bracelet.